On behalf of Rich Smith, I'm Dean Regan here for New Thought Tuesdays, Creative Abundance. Take a deep breath. We've been following and figuring out and focusing on all kinds of abundance here at New Thought Tuesdays. We've looked into material abundance and spiritual abundance. And this week, we're looking into creative abundance. What is creative abundance and how does it unfold for you? Well, in my case, creative abundance is not having my partner, unfortunately, with me, Rich. Rich is in creative abundance. He had a client situation that he needed to be there for, and so he's not able to join today. I said, no, let me try going alone solo, and we'll go and do it. So here we are. And so this is an expression in my case of divine desire and trust and a little bit of courage, but creative abundance. Well, there's material. It's easy. I think for me, abundance is easy when we're talking about dollars and cents. Let me show you the bank account. Here's all the money. Here's the not all the money, whatever that. Oh, look at these material possessions. That material abundance, that seems to be the thing that we think abundance is. But the good news is, since there's this idea of faith that we're experiencing, this idea of faith that we're demonstrating, this idea of this infinite power of creativity, this idea of whatever you call it, but God, Spirit, Buddha, Muhammad, your higher power. I choose the word God, as most of you know. This God is infinite. My sense of faith, my sense and my learning over the years, over the decades has been, yes, my feeling is that look at this amazing quality. This is a quality that continually unfolds and generates new and new and new. And in that generation of the new, that's creativity. The universe is infinitely creative. Infinitely. Can you just go into that idea for you of what infinite means? It can be a little bit difficult for my human brain to wrap itself around, but that sense of ever expansiveness, continuing to expand and expand. So that infinite quality sounds a lot like abundance to me. That's an abundance. That's creativity, something expanding, just infinitely. The ultimate in abundance. So today we're talking about the idea of infinite creativity and how does it reflect in your world, and how do you focus your ideas, focus your thoughts to have that creative abundance unfold. So that's what I'm talking about today. And I'm just going to say, Rich, loving you dearly, missing you, and we look forward to seeing you with us next time. But again, I forced him to let me do this. He's like, no, we can stop. No, he did, because he doesn't want to put me out. He's such a great guy. Anyway, I have an infinite amount of abundance with this, in this relationship with Rich. Our New Thought Tuesdays relationship has a great deal of creative abundance. We talk about discovering. We always go back to our belief in the foundational principles in New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. And whenever we go back to these ideas, for instance, like what we started with today is infinity. Infinite qualities of whatever unfolding because of that creative spark of energy. God created itself by creating itself out of that nothingness, and yet there is no time or space. So we've got this infinite idea, and that's a foundational principle of New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. We keep going back to that and relating it to the idea of creative abundance. And today we're going to, when we go into the inner circle, which is, for those of you who don't know, we go into the inner circle, which is a private area where we have private discussions, not live streamed on the social media, but we have private discussions to really dive deeply into how each of us experiences these topics. For instance, today, creative abundance, where we are celebrating how we experience them, perhaps where we are looking for some more ideas about how to allow the experience of whatever the topic is to enter into our lives more consistently. That's what we talk about in the inner circle. So if you want to be a part of the inner circle, you go to newthoughttuesdays.com and click on, yes, I want to be reminded, and we'll send you a link. We'll send you a link to this New Thought Tuesdays Zoom meeting room. And so today we're going to look in the inner circle. We're going to be talking about practical techniques for shifting your mindset. Practical techniques for shifting your mindset from a sense of scarcity, creative scarcity, to creative abundance. And that's quite a shift. But it's a gentle, simple shift. May not be easy, but it's delightfully simple in its shifting to go from that sense of creative scarcity to creative abundance. And then two, we're going to explore that, the powerful practices that'll help you align with your divine flow and experience that deeper sense of creativity. So creative abundance. Let me first start with a little bit of a story about, I had to answer that question. Are you tired of feeling stuck and ready to unleash your full potential with the magic of creative abundance? That's a question that I had to ask myself at one point in my life, where I was pushing, got to get it done, got to do it right, got to do it now, finding new ways to get in, make it happen. There was lots of forcing going on in my experience. And as I entered into a deeper awareness of my faith, a deeper awareness of how the universe works, and a deeper awareness that the universe works in a very impersonal manner, and begin to work with those ideas, I found that my life experience shifted. I found that as I became more aware through meditation and prayer, affirmations, journaling, at this particular time that I'm talking about, I was doing The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron, love that book. And I was doing a lot of journaling, and the journaling just opened up my sense of this infinite quality of the universe, and that this creative abundance was inherent in what was calling within me. Then came the courage to step into it. This is when I started going off and doing solo concerts and performing arts centers around the country. And even then, there were times where the creative abundance felt very small. And I had allowed my awareness to become very light. As I brought my awareness back to that creative abundance, it just seems every time it seems to grow. And therefore it does grow, because as we're talking in basic New Thought, ancient wisdom principles, we believe and have experience to understand that thoughts are things, that our consistent thought, not our stray thought, not a thought here, a thought there, but our consistent thought is what creates and what attracts our experience to us. So if we have a consistent thought of creativity, whether it be creativity through creating a family, magnificent creativity there, or creativity in creating a particular job that you want to really focus your love into, whether it be an artistic or administrative or accounting or political. There's creative abundance available as we go forth into our journey of those areas that we want to be a part of. That's when we begin to embrace that sense of infinity, knowing that this creative abundance is infinite, having faith. And when we have great faith, celebrating that great faith, and when you have small faith, celebrating that small faith, and finding those people that surround us, those that one of the practical things about that creative abundance for me on the human plane has really been surrounding myself with people that have similar divine desires. Now, my personal thing is I like to be around people that will teach me and others. And that's what feels creatively abundant to me. That's what we're going to be talking about in the inner circle today, is what feels creatively abundant to you? What is it that creative abundance means? And how do you bring it into your experience? We're going to be talking about things like recognizing that also you should be aware that the inner circle is a very confidential situation. We are going to be open to sharing or not sharing whatever people want to share. And so today, with the magnificent creative abundance, we're going to be looking at the ideas of forgiveness, flow, and again, infinity. So that at the sense of, and also the law of attraction, that idea of your thinking bringing this energy to you. That which you are thinking brings the energy to you. And just one more story before we go into the inner circle to talk about this. It's been a challenging it's been a challenging few days for me, and in the midst of some what felt like very dramatic feeling tones going on, every time I went back to these materials, every time I go back to, okay, Dean, go back to the basic principles of New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. What are you thinking? What are you choosing? And are you ready for that next step of infinite abundance? And of course, whether it's a good thing experiencing or a bad thing, not good thing that I'm experiencing, how is this happening for me? So anyway, that's where we're going to be talking about. That's what we're going to be talking about in the inner circle. Thank you so much for joining us live streaming. Hey, would you do us a favor? You know what algorithms mean. Would you do us a favor and comment, share some of your thoughts below in the social media, comment, and of course like us and do all of those things. At the very least, you'll make Rich and me happy people, but it also brings this information to more people. And so we really appreciate that. So since I am sitting here manning all of the live studio, I'm going to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to stop the live stream, and we will see you next Tuesday on New Thought Tuesdays with Rich Smith and Dean Regan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Talk to you later.